Hi, this is Anil and welcome to the video tutorial for the Learning Lad on C++ programming. So in this tutorial we're going to learn how to read from a file. So in the last couple of tutorials, we have learned what is a file and also how to write some contents to the file. So here we're going to read from the file. So here in this tutorial we are only gonna read from the file, and that's why what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create an object of the ifstream class, and let's say file. You guys can give any name, and also here I can pass it as a constructor parameter, or I can use the open method. So we're gonna use the open method, so it's gonna be file dot open, and then we need to pass the file name that we want to open. So here we're just gonna say anil.txt, and if you guys want to pass the path here, you guys can do that. And if you want to specify any file opening modes, you guys can do that, or we guys can leave it blank. If you leave it blank, at that time what happens is the C++ is gonna use the default file opening mode, which is the in mode, because this file is an object of the input file stream class. Alright, the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna check whether the file has opened successfully or not. So I'm gonna use if, and it's gonna be file dot is open, and we're gonna use a not symbol, and we're gonna say if the file has not opened successfully, we're gonna use cout, and we're gonna say error while opening the file. Alright, let's add the semicolon here. Else, if the file is opened successfully, then what we want to do is we want to read from the file. So here in this tutorial, for the demonstration purpose, what we're gonna do is we're gonna read a line from the file. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a string variable, and let's call it as line. And then to read a line from a stream, we're gonna use the getLine function, and it's gonna be getLine, and then as a parameter, first we need to pass from where we want to read, or from which stream we want to read. We want to read from this file, and then add the comma, and where you want to store the readed line. We want to store that in this line string variable, so it's gonna be line, and then add the semicolon. And the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna print out that using the cout. So it's gonna be cout and line, and this line. And here in this else part, we're just gonna print out a message reading from the file, contents are, and then let's end this line. Alright, now I'm gonna save this, and I'm gonna open up the folder where we have saved this project, here in this folder, reading from a file, and I'm gonna build and run this, and it says error while opening the file. That's because the folder where our project is there is no file called anil.txt, and that's why we get error while opening the file. So here what we can do is we can create a file in this folder. I'm gonna right click here, go to new, and then the text document, and here let's say anil, and it's gonna be a text document. I'm just gonna open it, and I'm just gonna write a line. Let's say this is from the file, and let's save it and then close it. Alright, now in our program we're gonna build and run it again, and now you guys can see reading from the file, contents are, this is from the file. So here in this folder where our project is saved, we have a file called anil, and that's why our program has successfully opened that file and read the content which is this is from the file. Alright, the next thing that I want you guys to teach you is what if there are multiple lines in the file that we want to read. At that time we can use a while loop here. So I'm gonna use while, and we're gonna read and display that inside this while body, and here we're gonna check whether we have reached the end of the file or not. So we can check that by using the file dot good. Alright, this good is a method available from this class which allows us to check whether any flag such as the good bit or the EVOF bit or the fail bit or the bad bit is set or not. If any flag is set, then this good is gonna return false, and that's why this while loop is gonna fail. Till there is contents in this file, we can get that line by line. So here what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up the folder and open up this file, and we're gonna add multiple lines, and let's say learning lad rocks, and we have more than 200 videos. Alright, now we have multiple lines, and I'm gonna save this and I'm gonna close it, and I'm gonna run my program now. And now it says reading from the file contents are learning lad rocks, and we have more than 200 videos. Alright, so this is how you guys can read a line from a file in C++. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.